Since becoming a royal in 2011, the Princess of Wales has continued to reflect her increasing importance through her clothing at these particularly special occasions. The Princess of Wales's daily diary includes scores of affairs of all different sorts. She often carries out engagements which require sporty, outdoorsy or sleek professional-looking garb, particularly for her many charity commitments relating to young people's issues. However, her calendar is still studded with the occasional ornate affair, requiring the highest standards of glamour and sartorial delicacy. Hello and welcome to Royal Scandal. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss out on any news updates. State banquets are among the most resplendent of these occasions, usually taking place when a formal visit is made by a foreign nation to the UK. It should be noted, however, that state visits do not formally occur between the UK and the 14 other Commonwealth realms, as the realms all share a monarch and a head of state. This means, for example, that the visit from South Africa in 2022 did not formally constitute a state visit. As for a state banquet, it is a feast which usually takes place in the ballroom of Buckingham Palace during such visits, elaborately combining diplomacy and tradition, seating world leaders alongside diplomats, politicians and cultural leaders from the visiting country and the UK. After Kate's glamorous appearance at last year's state banquet, in which the royal family led in hosting South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Ki-hee, Tatler decided to look back at her other most important state banquet appearances. For any commentator taking a glance at the evolution of Kate's outfits, it is clear how their development reflects her increasingly important role within the royal family, particularly her growing confidence in her place within its long tradition. In 2015, the UK welcomed China in an official state visit. At this time, Kate was still relatively new to the royal family. While the principal representatives of the country welcomed President Xi Jinping and his wife, the princess appeared very strikingly in a red Jenny Packham gown. In show-stopping form, Kate dazzled as a new royal, the gown including a lace bodice, with cap sleeves, a satin waistband and a full tulle skirt. For jewelry, the then Duchess wore the lotus flower tiara and the wedding gift bracelet. The origins of the lotus flower tiara lie with the Queen Mother, who turned a necklace she received as a wedding gift from her husband, future George VI, into the tiara we know today. The tiara was owned by Princess Margaret until her death in 2002, at which time it was returned to the royal vaults, to be made use of by a new generation of Windsor women. The scarlet red of Kate's dress on the night was a clear tribute to Chinese culture. In China, the color red is considered symbolic and represents good luck, prosperity, and good fortune. It is customarily worn by Chinese brides as it is believed to ward off evil and misfortune. On the occasion of the Spanish state visit in 2017, Kate had already begun to make her way as a senior royal, carving her own path as a composed and dignified leader, always sensitive, compassionate and careful. On this occasion, Buckingham Palace was welcoming Spain's King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Given that the banquet was a summer occasion, Kate wore a soft, blush-colored, lace-march sea gown. The gown boasted a beautifully arranged plunging neckline, cropped bell sleeves and a full lace skirt. Kate's jewels included Princess Diana's lover's knot tiara as well as her Collingwood pearl earrings and the Queen's ruby and diamond floral bandeau necklace. The historic significance of the lover's knot tiara, crafted in 1913 by Queen Mary, consort to George V and handed on to Queen Elizabeth II and subsequently Diana, was a reflection of Kate's increasing seniority, as well as the family's confidence in her as a working royal. Wearing the lover's knot tiara, a tiara worn by 3 generations of significant royal leaders, reflected her stepping up into mold of expectation placed on senior women in the royal family. When the Netherlands visited the United Kingdom in 2018, led by King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, Kate wore an Alexander McQueen taffeta mermaid gown, cut in an icy blue shade. She appeared something like a mythic princess of the north. On this auspicious evening, Kate's choice of jewelry felt particularly special, carefully composed and very elegantly worn. She chose the lover's knot tiara again, with its 19 diamond arches and 38 drop pearls, a tiara so heavy, Diana once suggested it gave her headaches. Kate paired the tiara with Queen Alexandra's wedding necklace, a bold pearl festoon necklace, and a new badge, the Royal Family Order, a glass portrait of Queen Elizabeth II surrounded by diamonds. By the time of the U.S. state visit in 2019, a disputatious occasion which saw the arrival of President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania, Kate opted for another McQueen piece. This time she wore a ruffled white ball gown, in fact a bespoke creation, which featured a sweetheart neckline, cap sleeves, and a full skirt. This was an utterly beautiful piece, suggestive of the natural world and somewhat evocative of snowfall or rushing white water. As is customary, Kate made a small sartorial tribute to this visiting nation, on this occasion via the red, blue, and white of the royal sash, alluding to the colors of the stars and stripes. Kate combined the sash with her red and blue Maltese cross pin, finishing the exquisite look with a 4-strand diamond bracelet from Princess Diana's collection. She also carried with her an embellished white satin butterfly box clutch from McQueen. Once again she nodded to William's late mother by wearing the lover's knot tiara, by this time fast becoming one of her favorite and most treasured pieces of jewelry. After the death of his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles had very quickly to adapt to life as monarch with all its accompanying duties. One of the first and most significant was to host a formal visit from South Africa, including President Cyril Ramaphosa. This brought with it the first state banquet of Charles's reign. As the South Africans arrived at Buckingham Palace, Kate wore a sleek, wintry white Jenny Packham gown, cut so elegantly it looked like something carried to her on a winter wind. In this, Packham's Elspeth bridal dress, Kate came also shrouded in a rhinestone cape with a delicate keyhole back. Following the death of the late Queen, Kate had by now become Princess of Wales. This was a vital time for her clothing to reflect her increasing importance as a future queen, William now the heir to the throne. Indeed, it was also a time of grief and transition for the royal family. Kate's exquisite, refined and composed appearance helped to create an aura of confidence and constancy. Wearing her Bentley and Skinner Art Deco brooch, the lover's knot tiara and the Queen's pearl bracelet, she was a paragon of beauty and loyalty to the history and customs of the royal family. On this profoundly important occasion, Kate's appearance created an invaluable aura of continuity, calm and confidence. By the time of the second state visit of Charles's reign, the arrival of South Korean dignitaries last week, Kate had already begun to settle into her role as Princess of Wales, the newfound seniority and clearly elevated national importance becoming her with a very natural grace. On Tuesday evening last week, the princess wore another white Jenny Packham piece, along with earrings from the late Queen, Paula Rowan gloves, and most significantly, the Strathmore Rose tiara, a tiara that once belonged to the Queen Mother and has not been worn since. This choice of tiara, a tiara not worn for decades, was a clear reflection of Kate's increasing confidence in her place in the history of the royal family. There can be no doubt that sartorial selections are important devices of communication for the royals as they convey the changes and evolutions of their story, as it intertwines with the history of the nation. In looking back at Kate's appearances, we can clearly trace her rise as a senior royal to the very important queen-in-waiting that she is today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.